They all came for antenatal care, but what happened behind those closed doors would leave you speechless. This isn't just a story, it's a lesson for every woman, every husband, and every family must learn before it's too late. Why would a pregnant woman, already carrying life inside her, risk her dignity with a man she barely knew? Was it by choice? Or were they victims of a dark game? And why would a trusted doctor, sworn to protect lives, choose to live so dirty, so dangerously? Let's find out as we dive into this powerful life lesson story. Many years ago, in a quiet town in Nigeria, there was a well-known hospital called Cedar Women's Clinic. Everyone believed it was the best place for pregnant women to get care. People came from far and near to see a man who was known as the best doctor in the area, named Dr. Chima Okafor. Dr. Chima was a tall, clean-shaven man in his mid-40s. He always wore a neat white coat and smiled at everyone. Women trusted him. Husbands respected him. He had worked hard to earn a good name. But behind that smile, Dr. Chima was hiding a dark and dirty secret. At first, Dr. Chima was a good man. He loved being a doctor, but after many years he started complaining about money. "I went to school for so long, and this is all I make," he said one evening, alone in his office. "My mates are driving big cars, building houses, and I'm stuck here earning peanuts. This is not the life I had dreamt of," he said in a frustrated tone. One day, a rich pregnant woman came alone for her checkup. She wore gold earrings, carried a designer bag, and was talking on the phone about a big party she was planning. Dr. Chima looked at her, and a wicked thought entered his mind. "What if I can get more from women like this?" he said to himself. That was the day everything changed. That was the day he crossed the line between good and evil. Dr. Chima knew that during ultrasound scans, women needed to drink a lot of water so that the image of the baby would be clear. He started using this as a trick. He bought a pack of bottled water and laced it with a powerful sleeping drug, a drug that worked slowly, making the woman fall into a deep sleep within 10 minutes. He started calling in those women who came alone without their husband or relatives to their appointments, making it easier for him to execute his plan. He would smile sweetly and say, "Madam, did you drink a lot of water today? If not, please drink this bottle of water. It will help us see the baby more clearly during your scan. A full bladder helps me get clearer images of the baby and your pelvic organs." And when the woman drank it, she would soon become unconscious. That's when he did the unthinkable. He would undress the sleeping woman, have his way with her, and even record the entire thing with a hidden camera in his office. Then, after the woman left the hospital, he would send her a message on WhatsApp. "Hello, madam. I hope you're well. Please check this video before I forward it to your husband." The women would open the video and cry in shock. Some would scream, some would faint. The pain, the shame, the fear. Then his next message would follow. "Send me 500,000 naira or more, or your husband will get this video." The fear of embarrassment, of their marriages falling apart, drove these women to comply. They had no choice but to give in to Dr. Chima's demands. One by one, many rich pregnant women became victims. He didn't stop. He became worse. These women kept paying him every month. Some borrowed money. Some even sold their jewelry. They lived in fear. They couldn't speak. They couldn't sleep. They didn't know who to tell, until he messed with the wrong woman called Neka. Neka was a beautiful woman, married to a loving husband, Emeka. Their marriage had always been full of laughter, joy, and care. Emeka loved Neka so much, and Neka adored him just as much. They were about to become parents, and Neka's pregnancy filled their home with even more happiness. Their baby would be their first child, and they had already painted the baby's room and bought tiny clothes in anticipation. Until the antenatal checkup changed everything. Neka went to Dr. Chima's clinic for a routine scan. On that same day, Emeka had an emergency business trip, so he couldn't go with her. When she met with Dr. Chima, he handed her a bottle of water, just like he had done for so many others. "Drink it, madam," he said with his usual calm smile. "It will help with the ultrasound." Neka didn't think much of it. She took the bottle and drank the water. As the ultrasound was going on, within minutes she began to feel dizzy and her vision blurred. Before she knew it, she had fainted. What happened next made her body tremble with horror. When she woke up, she couldn't remember anything that had happened or how she had fallen asleep so suddenly. She saw Dr. Chima standing next to her, smiling. "Oh, madam, you're awake. You slept off all of a sudden. You've been stressing yourself lately. Stress isn't good for you or the child," he said, trying to take her mind off what had happened. As Neka tried to explain that she wasn't experiencing any stress, Dr. Chima quickly cut in and handed her the ultrasound scan images. Seeing the images made Neka's heart melt. She kept looking at them lovingly, her mind successfully diverted. She gathered her strength and left the clinic, still unsure of what had just occurred. She went home and tried to put it out of her mind, but she couldn't. Over the next few days, strange messages began arriving on her phone. The first one was from an unknown number. "Hello Neka, I hope you're doing well. You may want to check the video I just sent you before your husband sees it." Neka felt her heart drop to her stomach. She opened the video and froze. She couldn't breathe. It was a video of herself, unconscious in Dr. Chima's office, and worse, it showed him taking advantage of her while she was asleep. Her world crumbled. She received another message. "Send me 500,000 naira, or I'll send this to your husband." Neka cried herself to sleep that night. What could she do? She couldn't tell Emeka. He would hate her. She had always been so proud of her marriage. How could she tell him the man she trusted as a doctor had done this to her? The next few days passed in a haze. Dr. Chima kept texting her, demanding more money each time. Each time she sent the money, she told herself it was the last time, but it never was. By 7 a.m. in the morning, Emeka was back from his trip. He walked through the door smiling, holding a small teddy bear and a bouquet of red roses. "My queen," he called cheerfully, expecting to see the woman who always ran into his arms. But instead, Neka walked out of the bedroom slowly, her eyes red and swollen. He noticed it right away. "You've been crying. What's wrong? Is it the baby? Did something happen while I was away?" Emeka asked, placing the flowers on the table, walking toward her. She hugged Emeka and started crying uncontrollably, and then forced a smile. "I'm fine, Emeka. It's just hormones. You know, pregnancy, wahala. And besides, I've missed you so much. Welcome back, baby." But Emeka was no fool, the distance in her eyes. The silence, the forced smile. It wasn't the same Neka who used to light up at his presence. Days passed. The warmth between them cooled. The laughter faded. She barely touched her food, barely touched him. He asked her several times if someone had hurt her, if anyone had said something, if something happened at the hospital. She always said, "Nothing, Emeka. I'm just tired." Yet her soul screamed otherwise. Meanwhile, across the city, Dr. Chima was living in reckless pleasure. Every weekend was a wild party, expensive drinks, girls in short skirts, loud music. He was no longer the quiet doctor in a small clinic. He had bought a sleek black Benz and moved into a luxurious serviced apartment in Lekki. "Cheers to new life," he shouted one night at the club, tossing a bundle of naira notes into the air as two strippers danced in front of him. The money he had squeezed out of helpless pregnant women was now fueling his fantasy life. He didn't know that the same women whose lives he destroyed were slowly gathering courage, that his time of celebration would soon turn into a nightmare. But for now, Dr. Chima was the king of the night, and Neka, his silent victim, was breaking down more and more by the day. Neka sat on the edge of her bed, staring at the wall. Her eyes were puffy, her lips pale, and her hands trembled without cause. Ever since her last antenatal visit, her nights had turned into sleepless nightmares, and her days were filled with fear, shame, and disgust. She had become a shadow of herself, avoiding Emeka's touch, faking smiles, and hiding behind silence. A knock at the door brought her out of her thoughts. "Neka," came the familiar voice. It was her elder sister, Mercy. Neka quickly wiped her face and forced herself up. She didn't want Mercy to see her like this, but it was already too late. As the door opened, Mercy stepped in and gasped, "Neka, what's wrong with you? Why are you so lean? And your eyes, Jesus, are you okay?" She rushed to her, wrapping her in a warm hug. Neka tried to laugh, tried to lie. "I'm fine, just stress, pregnancy things." But Mercy didn't buy it. "This is not just pregnancy. Talk to me. What's going on? You don't even look happy." Neka swallowed hard, blinking back tears. She turned away, but Mercy held her hand. Neka, I'm your sister. I can feel your pain even if you don't say a word. Please, talk to me. That was it. The strength Neka used to bury her pain cracked. Her lips quivered and hot tears rolled down her cheeks as her body collapsed into Mercy's arms. Sister, I'm tired. I'm scared. Mercy held her tighter. Scared of what? Tell me everything. There was a long silence. Then, like a dam broken, Neka whispered, "It was Dr. Chima." Mercy frowned. Dr. Chima? What about him? She hesitated, her throat tight. During my antenatal visit, Dr. Chima said he wanted to run a private scan to check the baby. He gave me water to drink, said it would help the process. Mercy was silent, listening. After drinking it, I started feeling dizzy. Everything became slow. My eyes couldn't stay open. I passed out. Then, her voice cracked. He touched me. She broke into a full sob, unable to finish. Mercy's mouth dropped open in shock. Jesus, you mean that devil? That bastard, he drugged and raped you. Neka nodded slowly, crying harder now. And the next day he sent me a video of what he did to me. He threatened to send it to Emeka if I told anyone. He said he'll ruin me. Mercy was trembling with rage, but she held Neka close. My God, you've been carrying this alone all this while. I didn't know what to do, sister. I didn't want Emeka to hate me, or think I brought shame to our family. Mercy cupped her face. Listen to me. What happened to you is not your fault. That man is a beast, and he's going to pay. I swear on my life we won't let him go free. But how? He said he has done it to others, and no one could stop him. Neka said, Then we'll be the ones to stop him, Mercy said firmly. You are not alone in this. We'll get help. We'll make a plan, and we'll end this nightmare. For the first time in weeks, Neka exhaled. A weight lifted from her heart. Her sister's presence, her words, felt like light in a dark tunnel. But first, Neka, you have to tell Emeka. You have to tell your husband, Mercy said, holding her sister's hands tightly. You cannot continue like this. You are breaking. He loves you, and I believe he will understand. Neka shook her head, tears already falling. I can't. What if he doesn't look at me the same? What if I lose him? You won't. He loves you too much. And it's not your fault. You were drugged. You were violated. He deserves to know, Neka. Let him fight for you. Please, Mercy begged. Unknown to them, Emeka had just returned from work. As he stepped into the house, he heard voices coming from the living room. He paused just by the door. Then he heard everything, every single word. His heart stopped. For minutes he stood there like a statue. When he finally pushed the door open, both sisters froze. Neka gasped and stood up quickly, her face pale like she had seen a ghost. Emeka, she whispered. Emeka didn't say a word. He turned and walked straight upstairs. Neka ran after him. Emeka, please wait. He reached the room and slammed the door behind him. Inside, he started punching the wall. The mirror shattered. The bed frame cracked. He screamed, a deep roar of pain. Neka and Mercy rushed into the room. Emeka, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to tell you. Neka sobbed, falling on her knees. I was scared. I was ashamed. He turned to her, eyes red, tears mixing with anger. Why didn't you tell me? Someone touched you, my wife, and you kept quiet. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't want to break your heart, she whispered. I was dying every day, living in fear. Thinking of what that evil man could do, I was scared of losing you. Neka has finally opened up. But what happens next? Will Emeka believe her, or will the pain be too much for him to handle? Can their marriage survive such a dark revelation? And if he chooses to stand by her, how far will he go to fight for justice? What would you do if someone hurt the person you love most? The real battle is just beginning. Stay tuned for the next part of this thrilling tale. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want me to continue, please like this video and type "continue" in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when the next part drops. Thank you once again. I'll see you in the next episode.